morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is Monday, April the 11th. Yeah, what's this? The second week of April? I think so. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I know how to correct it. So today is Monday, another day for you to be successful, another for you to make right, another week for you to kill it, another week for you to learn a little bit more about yourself, another week for you to make better, another week for you to start something that you know you supposed to have started last week, another week for you to stay committed to the goals, dreams, and aspirations that you have for yourself, another week to start the beginning of a new process for you, another week for you to make something right that you know that you were supposed to make right last week, another week for you to stand up for yourself, to put yourself in a position to be the winner that you know that you are. Another week. Another week for you to be great. Another week for you to be blessed. Another week for you to just to be the best part of you, which is you. That's where you get. So I don't know why my screen was freezing up. It's been doing it since last week, but I don't care. I will still build and I will still push on and I will still create and cultivate change through voice. All right. So today's podcast, Success Knows My Name. That was what we're going to be talking about. But this is Consistency is Corner Podcast of Choice. Like always, I always want to say thank you and I appreciate you for being here in space with me, sharing these mornings with me, because you could be sharing a morning with anywhere or anyone sharing it right here on this platform. So for everybody that's watching on Facebook, I appreciate you. Blessed to be on this side of the dirt, like we say here on this platform. So I thank you for having the ability to see me physically. I thank you for having the ability to connect with me spiritually. And I thank you for even wanting to be right here in the morning. So for everybody that's watching on YouTube, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hey, YouTube that's watching on Facebook, you can also go to YouTube and click that like and subscribe button too. Those that's listening on a podcast platform, hey, I love you 1000%. Just keep doing what you're doing. Let's keep growing. Let's keep manifesting, and let's keep getting ourselves into the position to where we are growing and getting bigger, better, and greater at what we do. All right. So today's the weather here is not that bad like it was a couple of weeks ago. So I am happy. I'm not going to complain. It can rain today, but it's not snowing. So I'm cool with that. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into it today. Well, let me see who's in the room, who's saying something. Names today. All right. Peace, Miss Selena, as always. Mr. Sheldon, welcome back. Miss Barry, good morning. Thank you for being here. And the other individuals that are watching that's not saying anything, I will still say good morning to you, whether you say good morning to me or not. All right. So I know y'all seen the image before. Let me pull it up. I know y'all seen this image before. I just had to do something with it. There's always lessons. There's always lessons in something. You know, when Mr. Smith was saying, keep my wife's name out your, man, we're gonna switch it up. I want you to keep success in your mouth. I want you to keep success in your mouth. Peace. Good morning, son. I want you to keep success in your mouth. Why? Because even when in the word, when it says out of the heart, the mouth will speak. So therefore that thing that is inside of you should come out of you. It can come out of your mouth when you understand how much energy that you possess. And success only comes from those who understand the nature of what they do. So I want you to keep success in your mouth. Let me fix this correction. I see an S missing. That's a good thing about podcasts. You can say something and keep going like it never happened. Like it never happened, but it's okay. All right, so it's fixed. There you go. For some of y'all, be like, look how he spelled success. Cool. Now I fixed it. Now what you got to say? All right, so success. Let's go through the definition of success. Those who know the platform know and understand. We talk about the definition and then we invert it. We give it a new twist, a little bit of a new twist, just to give you a little bit of new energy. Because sometimes these definitions have been written so long ago that not that it's not relevant to the time, but some of it has kind of changed and altered. So looking at success, the definition of success, I forgot to highlight. but I'll tell you what it is. All right. So the definition of success is the achievements of something desired, planned, or attempted. Success is the state or condition of meeting a defined range of expectations. And what was supposed to be inverted, but it's okay. What was supposed to be inverted was the achievement, the achievement of meeting a defined range of expectation. That is success. When you achieve the defined range, because everyone has a range, whether it is long range goals, short term goals, long range, short range, whatever it, long term, short term, long range, short range, whatever it is. When you meet that defined expectation, that is where success comes from, because you have achieved that goal. If there is something that you want to do, again, we're talking about the achievement of a defined range of expectations. If you understand the expectations that you have on yourself, with yourself, to yourself, then when you accomplish those particular things, now you call it success. Success is not forever, because success happens when you reach a particular expectation. Now, can you succeed and still fail at the same time? You most certainly can. But when you achieve that goal after the failure has taken place, that's when you transition that failure into success, because you have defined the range of the expectation. That is success when you achieve that expectation. Now let's talk about achievements just for a little bit, not too long, but just for a little bit. So I want you to imagine a scale, a scale to where you have the weight. So now you have, okay, I would say hold your hands out. For those that's not driving, of course, hold your hands out. You have your left hand on your left side, of course. You have right hand on your right side, of course. So now if I was putting rocks inside of your left hand, and I'm telling you, all of these rocks I'm putting inside in your left hand are the achievements that you have done for yourself for this year. And then the other hand, I put 6 rocks in your left hand. These are the things that you have accomplished. These are the goals that you have achieved. And then I only put 3 rocks in your right hand. And these are the ideas that you have. So if the accomplishments that you have inside of your left hand outweigh the ideas, then you're actually being committed to the work and you are accomplishing something. But if your ideas outweigh your accomplishments, then therefore you haven't conceived the expectations that you had on yourself to accomplish that thing, because you left it in the idea, you left it in the conceptual context, because you have yet to work on those things. So that's when you achieve the defined range of your expectations, by accomplishing those things that you had set for set for yourself. So I'm gonna give you 4 tools on how do you keep success in your mouth. And the very first thing when you're keeping success in your mouth is actually self-confidence. Self-confidence. That's the first thing that you have to ensure that you have in your mouth when it comes to speaking things and speaking life and speaking things into existence, because you have to understand that there is a level of self-confidence that you have to have, because like we spoke about last week, when there is self in front of something, whether it's self-evident or self-esteem, self is the possessive on self is the possessive to those who are responsible for that thing. It is my responsibility to be confident. It is not your responsibility for you to pour confidence into me, because you can pour anything that you want into me, but if I don't hold it as evidence of myself to want to do, it will come right out, and I won't hold it as my own level of responsibility. It has to be a condition that you establish for yourself, because self-confidence, the condition actually help and get you ready for life's experience. Don't you know your success will get you ready for your life's experience? Why? Because if you can do it again, you have the ability to, if you can do it once, you have the ability to do it again. That's the self-confidence. Like, you know what? I've done this once and I can do it again. Why? because I have achieved my range of expectation. I'm gonna say that again. If you can do it once, you can do it again. Why? Because you have achieved your range of expectation. Now, after you accomplish that things that is within your range, meaning it is within reach. If it is within reach, therefore I can achieve it. And when I understand that I have a self-evidence of self-confidence, then it will enhance my life's expectations. Don't you know, like when it says out of the mouth will speak, that means that thing that you have inside of you, that energy that you have inside of you, that confidence that you have inside of you will come out. Have you ever sat around or been around someone who is very confident? You hear it in the things that they say. You hear it, you see it how they carry themselves. You see it how they communicate, whether it's with you or with somebody else. Don't you know that same person that you see that is self-confident, that has a level of confidence, that can be you. But when you keep success in your mouth, that is you understanding by any means necessary, I am going to be successful. If it takes me to read 6 books, then therefore the 6 books will be read. If it takes me to run 3 miles, then I will run those 3 miles because my self-confidence know that I can accomplish those things because I've already done it. If I've done it before, then I have the ability to do it again. Why? Because it is within range of your expectations to be successful. That's when you understand that success has to be in your mouth, because it is my own self-confidence that I'm speaking to. And that's where you'll build on that. All right, number two, the next thing where I want you to ensure that you have to keep success in your mouth, you have to speak the power of purpose. You're going to have to speak the power of purpose, because if you understand the purpose behind what you're doing, you're going to have to give it power, because there is going to be times to where your purpose is going to feel like it's withering, or you're going to feel like your purpose is not where it should be, because you're going to have to speak it into existence. Speak to it. Stop speaking around your purpose, because there are so many people that say, well, I don't know what my purpose is. But have you empowered your purpose? Have you given power to it? Because giving power to purpose is the criteria of success, really depends on the context of what you're saying to you. Not someone else, but the context on what you are saying to you. And don't you know that context may be relative to the particular things that you observe? What do you see? How do you see yourself? Where are you going? What purpose do you have? And what things are you doing to empower your purpose? What things are you speaking to yourself? Because you have other people that's going to speak into you, that's going to speak down to you, that's going to speak around you. But when are you going to speak power to your purpose? When are you going to speak life into your own situation? Because if life begots life, then the life that is within inside of you has to come out of you in order for it to manifest the power of your purpose. And I want you to understand something too, that when you speak success and you keep success in your mouth, I want you to understand that taps into your belief system. Your self-confidence taps into your belief system. What are you saying to yourself? Do you even believe the things that are coming out of your mouth? Do you even believe the power of the abilities that you have? Do you believe that is within range of your expectations, that you can actually accomplish those things that you have set out for yourself? That is your belief system. You can't blame somebody else on your lack of, or your inability to create systems, if you don't even believe in the systems that you've created for yourself. That's your belief system, not somebody else's belief system. And then when you tap into that, is when you're understanding that you have given power to your purpose, then you have to understand that you have to then empower your imagination, because if your imagination is your vision, then your vision has to allow you to see you before you get there. If I want to be a doctor, then I must do things that is going to allow me to accomplish that goal. So therefore, I am going to see it before I get there. I'm going to see myself studying. I'm going to see myself enrolling in these courses. I'm going to see myself accomplishing these things, because remember, if success is the achievement of the range of your expectations, that means success is just around a corner. But are you willing to turn the corner to get there? Are you willing to turn the corner? Can you imagine what's on the other side of your failure? That's when you empower your imagination. Can you imagine what's on the other side of your accomplishments? If you empower the imagination that you have, the vision will come to pass. It will come to pass. Why? Because you know how and what you want to do. And when you become independent as an individual to drive the motivation that you have inside of you, empowering the thing that you have inside of you, don't you know the expectations will come a whole lot faster? Why? Because you understood the mission, you understood the calling, you understood that is within reach for me to accomplish that thing, because I have empowered my imagination. I'm not waiting on you to show me. I'm not waiting on you to tell me anything. Why? Because it's going to take my own self-confidence for me to get there. And this the last thing. So now when you get to this point, you're going to have to begin to cultivate your message. What are you saying to you? How are you developing your message? How are you redesigning your message? How are you even putting yourself in a position to be able to tap in to your conscious side, or your God-given abilities, or your innate abilities? Because when I am cultivating my message, therefore I am delivering that I know that I need, that need to feed into my own psyche, not someone else feeding you, but you feeding yourself. Don't you know it feels better when it comes from you? Because when you redesign your thoughts and you redesign your systems, your belief system has to change as well. Because when you say you can do it, and when you execute that thing that you say that you can do, don't you know that bleeds into everything that you do? That bleeds into because you're cultivating your message. You have become a divine a divine energy for yourself, because you can hold on to it. Why? Because it is within range of your expectation. And because it is within range of your expectation, that's how success becomes duplicated. Because I can reach up and I can grab hold onto it. Like when people say that's low hanging fruit, I bet if I can reach a low hanging fruit, it is within reach of my expectation. And so therefore I can achieve it over and over and over again. Because maybe I'm not supposed to reach the fruit that's at the top of the, maybe my range is only at the low hanging fruit. Maybe my range or the power of my imagination allows me to go get the ladder and set the ladder on a tree, because I can see myself reaching a higher range if I go and get the ladder and put it up against a tree, and I don't have to work hanging fruit, because I have set my expectations of my imagination to get something a little bit further, because I know that is within reach of my expectations, because I applied myself, I empowered my imagination, I understood the mission, I knew that my self-evidence and my self-confidence know that I can go get a ladder. Why? Because I've seen the ladder before the ladder became present. I'm gonna leave y'all alone. I'm gonna leave you alone. Hey, y'all be blessed. For those that are new to the platform, I appreciate you for being here. I would tell you again, success. Keep success in your mouth. And Mr. Smith, you're still successful regardless of what anybody say about you. You've been there before. It is still within range. You just got to get out this hump. No one's perfect at all, but we all have the ability to cultivate our message. We all have the ability to tap into our self-confidence, and we all have the ability to reach out to those things that we know that is within range. All right. Thank y'all for being here on this platform. I'm Mr. R2, and I appreciate you for being a part of Consistency is Currency, the morning podcast of choice. I'll see you tomorrow, 7:30. Y'all bless. Peace.